Greetings from the Bay Area in Northern California. I'm the human vegan known as Bob Linden with the vegan love of my life, Daisy. And yes, she is vegan. She loves a lot of the foods that I like too, such as rice and lentils and carrots and cabbage and tofu and just a lot of what I like. She also likes Evolution, vegan dog and cat food. And there are numerous vegan dog foods out there. A lot of people like V-Dog. A lot of their dogs like V-Dog too. And so we're out here today at the time of year when you're probably being asked for donations. Oh, look at that. What it says on my sweatshirt there. We must be in it for the vegan cause, huh, baby? So anyway, all right, we can go. So, I thought maybe we would explore who is actually an animal charity and who is not. I suppose I'm to be responsible for Go Vegan Radio, which is a 501c3. I should be asking you for donations for that. Well, why? What did we do to deserve your donation? Well, looking around for Daisy here. Well, we started the first vegan radio program in commercial media ever in 2001 after I was involved with starting a vegan event in Los Angeles called World Fest, which now has become Veg Fest. And let's see, what else have we done besides pretty much weekly vegan radio program for 16 years, going on 17 years now in January. Let's see, we organized the World Vegan Summit and Expo last year and the year before that. Professor Gary Francione of Rutgers University, the first academic to teach animal rights theory in an American law school, said it was the best animal rights conference that he ever attended. This past year in 2017, we launched Radio Bobby, which is a 24/7 music radio station at radiobobby.com that I think will attract a lot of music lovers. And not only will they not be hearing any commercials for meat, dairy, fish, eggs, anything to do with eating, wearing, or using animals, there are also vegan messages there. I mean, if all of the radio stations and all the media can run commercials all the time for McDevils and Murder King and Wendy's and Jack the Ripper in a Box and Kills Jr. and Up Chuck E. Cheese and, all of them, Skin and Snout, Outbreak Steakhouse. We don't have to be a speciesist radio station. We can play great music and not have any commercial selling exploitation of animals. So that's Radio Bobby this year. And for many years, I was the host and MC of the World Veg Festival in San Francisco for the San Francisco Vegetarian Society. And way back, we organized Community Fest at Pierce College in the Los Angeles area and Planet Fest in Orange County. So we are pretty dedicated to the vegan cause. And like everybody else, we need funds to keep going and to keep growing. Of course, we have a lot that we want to do. We need to keep the radio show going on a weekly basis, our podcast now. This show that started on the air in Los Angeles on KRLA. Come, baby. Daisy, come on. Started on the air in Los Angeles on KRLA and added on San Francisco. We were on the Air America Radio Network. We were on Alex Jones' Genesis Communications Network. We were on liberal stations. We were on conservative stations. And the thing is, we were talking to people who never heard about vegan issues, weren't interested. They were just listening to talk radio stations and talk networks. And we introduced the idea of going vegan, which is the most important cause in the world going vegan is pretty much the only thing that can save your family's health, save the environment, save the animals. So when I see organizations that claim to be animal charities soliciting donations for the campaign of cage-free eggs, I think it's about as outrageous as it gets. And whoops, I think I have to carry Daisy for a moment here. Yeah, baby, I got you. Stay. I got you. Got big dog alert, so we'll just play it safe. Yeah, so I think I can safely say that Go Vegan Radio is an animal charity. We are dedicated to vegan education and advocacy. And see that. How you doing? And I think we can. I think we should start with a basic right now. If an organization supports cage-free eggs, it is not an animal charity. What is that organization asking you to do? It is saying that your goal is grinding up all male chicks, millions of birds, millions of baby boys ground alive just after birth. All of them. Millions and millions of chickens. And then, so we applaud that. That's one of the goals of, that's part of cage-free egg production. Isn't that great? We grind up millions and millions of male chicks. And isn't it wonderful? We chop off the faces of all the hens. We debeak them. They're mutilated. They're thrown in a shed with tens of thousands of other birds. Really horrible environment for them. A lot of conflict. And most of them had broken legs. And then they're all murdered. So it's 100% torture and 100% murder. No one gets out alive, and no one escapes torture. That's the cage-free egg campaign. Why would you donate to an organization that supports that? Mercy for Animals used to say, don't believe the egg industry hype. Mercy for Animals called cage-free eggs egg industry hype. Now, Mercy for Animals has been given millions of dollars by Lewis Bollard and the Open Philanthropy Project, and it has changed its tune. It campaigns for cage-free eggs. Mercy for Animals has become the egg industry hype. Mercy for Animals is one of a group of charities, quotation marks, charities. And there was an investigation by a group called Shark, showing animals respect and kindness. And we interviewed Shark, I guess, back in August. In fact, I reposted a link to that interview recently on the Facebook page, Go Vegan Radio with Bob Linden, or one of my Bob Linden pages, or on Twitter, @Go Vegan Radio. And you can see and hear that investigation. But basically, it examines animal charity evaluators. We would expect this to be a nonpartisan organization that actually, evaluates charities and tells us which are the best. And apparently, there are 4 charities that are a revolving door. They are the only ones picked as the top charities. And they are all associated with someone named Nick Cooney. So these are Cooney Crony charities that all get top charity awards. And they include Mercy for Animals. He's the executive vice president of Mercy for Animals. The Humane League, which he founded. And then there's Animal Equality. Well, also Good Food Institute, which is all about biotech lab meat. You know, wasting money on products nobody wants. But anyway, yeah, and lab meat, or the so-called clean meat. Really, baby, hold on, stay, Days. Another scam, by the way, the lab meat and clean meat. So those have to be, the cells have to be taken from donor animals. So there will be donor animal farms, and I'm sure animals are very willing to give up their cells. I'm sure that's going to be more terrified animals and more farms for donors to take their cells. And has been said, well, you'll be able to eat all kinds of animals now with this lab meat or clean meat, or even panda meat. Isn't that exciting? So we have these animal charities that are promoting meat products. They say, lab meat or clean meat, not from animals. It's the meat not from animals that's from animals. Plus, those cells have to be fed. The cells have to be fed the blood of unborn cows. So, anyway, that's the Good Food Institute, one of Nick Cooney's crony charities. His crony, Bruce Friedrich, over there. So where was I? On cage-free eggs. So the other top charity choices by animal charity evaluators, meaning Mercy for Animals and the Humane League and Animal Equality, all campaign for cage-free eggs. And what really has outraged me most this year is that I see this campaign is moving internationally. This is all a lie. It's all deception. You know what I just told you? All the males being ground alive, all the hens being tortured, mutilated, imprisoned, and murdered. This is the goal of these groups. They're happy when somebody promises to adopt cage-free eggs. McDonald's said it'll use cage-free eggs in 10 years. Suddenly McDonald's is the hero of the animal rights movement. All this movement does is really elevate the images of corporations that should not be elevated. Now McDonald's is the hero of the animal rights movement. So all of these coony crony charities campaign for cage-free eggs. The Humane League and Mercy for Animals and Animal Equality. So this lie, this public deception, now will be taken by Animal Equality to Latin America and India. So this becomes global deception, and the ones who are the victims are the innocent chickens. None of them who are thankful for the cage-free egg campaign, but the charities are thankful for the cage-free egg campaign. They are collecting millions and millions of dollars from the Open Philanthropy Project and Louis Ballard. He's paying them all millions of dollars to promote cage-free eggs. And again, as I said, Mercy for Animals used to oppose cage-free eggs. Now, with the millions of dollars, it supports them. So all of these charities are, as Mercy for Animals said, egg industry hype. When did it become the work of animal advocates to sell eggs? To elevate the image of the animal exploitation industry. Let them do the work. They know that people are concerned about what happens to animals, so they have to do something. They have to let them come up with their own scam. Well, they've come up with their scam, and these so-called animal charities have become partners with them. Yeah, I mean, it's outrageous, but, they all partnered with United Egg Producers a few years ago in support of what's called furnished battery cages. All of these groups were opposed to furnished battery cages. And then the Humane Society of the United States struck a deal with United Egg Producers, and they all turned around. Like Mercy for Animals turned around on cage-free eggs, they all turned around on furnished battery cages. And it was quite outrageous because on their websites, most of them were saying how awful furnished battery cages were. They said they were so harmful to the bird's physiology and psychology. Daisy, come on, this way. Let's go. This way. Daisy. And then overnight, they all changed their positions. It's inexplicable. And I hope that you'll re-examine your support of all of these organizations. The Humane Society of the United States is listed by animal charity evaluators as a standout charity this year, and it is the leader in the cage-free egg campaign. You know, it's very strange. The Open Philanthropy Project, handing out millions and millions of dollars. It also gave $500,000 to animal charity evaluators. And, Days, come on. After it said that animal charity evaluators relies on poor quality research and poor quality data. Well, it must be, because it has the Humane Society of the United States listed as an animal charity. Now, you tell me, can an animal charity be a member of an international livestock federation dedicated to an increase in so-called livestock products, a 70% increase by 2050? Can an animal charity be run by a pig farmer? HSUS has had a pig farmer vice president. And on it goes with HSUS. HSUS was promoted an event in Denver for 4 nights called Hoofin' It. A different hoofed animal was on the menu every night at restaurants in Denver. And this is who the animal charity evaluators pick as as an animal charity. I mean, it's a total joke. So, I mean, please don't waste your money. Please don't donate to the egg industry, because these are basically the front groups for the egg industry. What more can you say? Daisy met a friend. Hi, puppy. Really, what makes somebody an animal charity? Just because it says it is? Just because the Humane Society of the United States says it's an animal advocacy group, when it has agriculture councils made up of producers of meat, dairy, fish, and eggs? When it supports grass-fed beef? That's an animal charity recommended by animal charity evaluators. HSUS, yeah, distributed bacon coupons, pig flesh coupons. That's a top charity. Well, it's a, standout charity. That's what it's called this year with HSUS. Another standout charity it has is Compassion in World Farming, also another sellout. If these groups are selling you cage-free eggs, they are sellouts. That's all there is to it. They are betraying the animals. Cage-free egg production is one of the greatest betrayals of animals ever. So, and we need to divest our donations from these organizations who promote this. They're basically promoting the torture, imprisonment, murder of everyone for whom they're advocating. That's not, you know, they're at 0% right now. 0% success rate. So how about instead donating to Go Vegan Radio? It's the cause. It's the main thing. The vegan cause is the most important cause, and things are moving along. According to Report Buyer UK, we're up to about 6% of the U.S. population now vegan. So we need to keep vegan advocacy and vegan education at the forefront, and we really need to reject all of these organizations who are masquerading as animal advocates. They are nothing but animal exploitation industry front people. Thank you. Go to goveganradio.com. Please make a donation there. You can make your check payable to Daisy. Stay. You can make your check payable to Go Vegan Radio, P.O. Box 475414, San Francisco, California 94147. Again, and you can support us through Patreon subscription. And what else? Yeah, check out. By the way, the thought occurs to me, like, why would cage-free eggs, Daisy? Why would cage-free eggs? I mean, there's nothing good about it, except maybe they use the word free. Days, come on. I guess they're using the word free. I guess if Go Vegan Radio ever wants to sell out, we can promote meat, with animals who are life free. Would that be a good campaign? Yeah. Hey, Open Philanthropy Project. Send Go Vegan Radio millions. We have a great campaign to sell meat. It's from animals who are life free. That's how absurd it's gotten. Please, people, rethink your support of those who masquerade as animal charities. I also blame Farm Animal Reform Movement, which organizes the so-called Animal Rights Conference, which gathers all these people together and presents them as if they are the leaders of the animal rights movement, which, of course, they are not. Hi, Poppy. Good, how are you?
You're a semi-athlete.
So, when you have an animal rights conference and you have all these people presented as if they are the leaders of the animal rights movement, and all they're doing is selling suffering and death, something has really gone wrong. So, anyway, please help Go Vegan Radio. We need your support. Somehow they seem to have robbed the animal movement. I mean, HSUS gets, about $135 million a year in donations. It has a couple of $100 million in the bank right now. And as I said, tens and tens of millions of dollars are coming from the Open Philanthropy Project. None of that to Go Vegan Radio. So we have to depend on you for grassroots support at goveganradio.com. Thank you very much. And check out the website. We have over 600 programs that are archived there, including our latest with the Confessions of a Humane Pig Farmer. It's a pig farmer who has gone vegan. And actually, now that I think about it, on this program, we have the 2017 Scammy Awards for animal charities. So check it out at goveganradio.com.